Hello, everyone. Welcome to Get Kinked, the podcast for KinkEd Atlanta. I am your host, Madam Jess, and today I am telling you all about KinkEd Atlanta's summer events. We'll be going over all of the events planned for June, July, and August of 2024. I can't wait to tell you all about the great things coming up this summer. It feels like it's been forever since the last video. That's really actually been a good problem. We have been super busy with events and classes. We wrapped up all of the events that we talked about in the last video for April and May. We had quite a few of events planned from before, and I am hoping to recap some of those in another podcast later. But for now, I wanted to make a new podcast because we are continuing to expand. We are continuing to add more classes and events to the calendar. And it's been such a long time since I've taken a moment to reach out and tell everyone about what's going on. So this will follow the same format as the last video that we did for events. When I made a video for the April and May events, what we do is I will tell you all of the events coming up through the summer. I'll just list them out very quickly so that you know what they are and where to find more information about them. And then we will go back and explore each one of those events in more depth. So you can scroll ahead to the event that you are most interested in and find out the relevant information there. And of course, as always, you can find all of our events on the KinkEd Atlanta website, www.kinkedatlanta.com. Any information that I share here on the podcast will also be on the website. So make sure that you are following at KinkEd Atlanta and checking back on the website. I just added a ton of new material to it, so it is up to date, and make sure that you are taking a look. Our first upcoming class is going to be Erotic Bootblacking with Soren and Gat. I will also be making a guest appearance in this particular demo. I am super excited for it. So join us on June 1st for Erotic Bootblacking at our usual venue, Metropolitan Studios, from 4 to 6 p.m. June 1st, 4 to 6 p.m., Erotic Bootblacking, and you can find tickets available for that at metrostudioseav.com/classes. Make sure you remember that these classes are selling out, so if you're interested in this one, be sure to get on the list ASAP. June 1st is right around the corner. Our next class coming up in July is going to be Trampling and Smothering with Empress Frida. Empress Frida is an Atlanta Dungeon sister, so make sure that you catch her class. Again, that is our usual venue, Metropolitan Studios. We have Trampling and Smothering. Make sure you get your ticket at metrostudioseav.com/classes. I'm really excited to announce that we have scheduled a weekend intensive on protocol and power exchange with the Atlanta Therapeutic Collective. This will be the first time that KinkEd Atlanta is working with the Atlanta Therapeutic Collective. We're very excited. Again, that is a weekend-long intensive on protocol and power exchange. Those dates are July 27th to July 28th. It's a 2-day event, and you can find more information about that one on Eventbrite. Our tickets will be available there. On August 3rd, we have the first available Bedroom Bondage Rope 101 class with me, Madam Jess. This class also always sells out. There is a class on June 1st, but it sold out a couple of months ago. So the next available one will be in August 3rd. That's Bedroom Bondage Rope 101 with me, Madam Jess. And those classes are hosted at Atlanta Dungeon. You can find the tickets on Eventbrite. And also on August 3rd, we have special guests from out of town, from North Carolina. We are having an electrical play class taught by Oz the Third and Love for Oz. That is our regularly scheduled class, KinkEd Atlanta class at Metropolitan Studios. Only this month there is a time change. So for August, we will be meeting from 3 to 5 p.m. Make sure to make a note of that. And as always, you can find those tickets at metrostudioseav.com/classes. Before we dive into each class individually, just one more reminder that you can always find all of this information by following KinkEd Atlanta on social media at KinkEd Atlanta. Additionally, we have updated our website, kinkedatlanta.com, so be sure to take a look at that. Coming up first, on June 1st to be exact, is our Erotic Bootblacking class with Soren and Gat. This class is coming up just in time for Self. Self is going to be going on just 2 weeks later, and so this is a great opportunity to dip your toes into the world of leather before attending Self and kind of getting an idea of what it's all about. We will be indulging all of our senses from smell, touch, and even taste. And when it comes to eroticizing leather and fetishes with leather, we'll be talking about how to keep your leather clean and exactly what makes it so sexy to the people who love it. We have multiple presenters working on this class along with the demonstration. So the leader of this class and teaching the bulk of it is our KinkEd Atlanta's service leader, Soren. She is a leather pup, boot black, and switch here in the community. And you've seen her at all of the KinkEd Atlanta classes, working to help set up and break down every class. She is fascinated by leather, always has been, and is super excited to be sharing all of her love and adoration for leather with you. Gat is also a bootblack here in Atlanta. I've known him for a very long time. He and I have been friends for at least a decade now, and he considers himself a service switch as well as a bootblack. And one of his favorite things to do is community service and giving back to the community. So the two of them together have put together an excellent class. Now, I've taught with Gat before. We did a demo once for whippersnappers at 1763 several years back. That was very well attended and very, very hot. We have also done a couple of scenes out at Whimper a long, long time ago with erotic bootblacking, and I can absolutely assure you that Kat knows his stuff. In addition, of course, Soren is my personal submissive, and she takes care of all of my leather for me. And again, I can assure you she also knows her stuff. So all of us together will be helping to demonstrate to everyone our love of leather. Bootblacking does not just include boots. We will also be exploring leather kilts, leather vests, leather corsets, and other leather pieces such as harnesses in this class. So don't think it's only about the boots. There will definitely be boots and very hot things done with boots, but that is, there's more to it than that, and we're really excited to share that with you guys. I almost forgot to mention that bootblacking, which I think many people aren't aware of, often tends to be a little more switchy in the power dynamics. A bootblack can be either the top or bottom in a bootblacking scene and is often both. So that is another topic of conversation that we will be discussing. And again, that class is going to be on June 1st at Metropolitan Studios from 4 to 6 p.m. And you can get those tickets at metrostudioseav.com/classes. We are keeping the summer hot and exciting with our July class. On July 6th, we have Empress Frida. Empress Frida Love Flores is one of the Atlanta Dungeon sisters, and she will be teaching trampling and smothering. So this class will go beyond what you might think it would be. Empress Frida will be demonstrating how to use your full body for both control and power exchange, as well as sensations such as trampling and smothering. As a foot specialist, we will certainly spend a great deal of time discussing trampling specifically with feet, but also how the rest of the body can be used in a scene or in a session to manipulate and control as well as soothe your partner. Empress Frida recently taught a class at Frolicon, CBT and Patriarchal Privilege. I understand that that was very well attended. I was very sad to miss it since I was teaching at the same time, but I do understand that this class was well attended and well received, and so we are very excited to have Empress Frida back teaching the Trampling and Smothering class for us at KinkEd Atlanta. One of her primary goals as an educator is to draw focus on how contemporary social power plays into our current BDSM dynamics. Make sure that you check out this class. Again, it is on July 6th at Metropolitan Studios from 4 to 6 p.m. and you can get your tickets at metrostudioseav.com/classes. July 27th to July 28th, we are very excited to bring our weekend-long Protocol and Power Exchange Intensive. That will be hosted at the Atlanta Therapeutic Collective. You've heard of them before on FetLife. They are very active in our community and often host Atlanta Subby School, for example. So we're very excited to be partnering up with them for the very first time for a weekend-long conversation about protocol, power dynamics, and other service activities. Some examples of the types of classes that will be happening over the course of the weekend. We do have some service demonstrations in store, such as tea service, beverage service, possibly some massage or body worship services. Unfortunately, we cannot do everyone's favorite cigar service. We will be indoors for this. And of course, there's no smoking indoors, but we will be exploring other forms of service and protocol. Additionally, some of the classes will be including negotiating power dynamics, writing contracts, the validity of said contracts or wisdom of writing them. We will also discuss how to manage various power dynamics within poly circumstances. So if you're in a poly circle, who gets the priority in your power exchange? We'll be talking about maintaining long distance DS. There are a long list of potential classes that, or potential topics that we are hoping to cover over the course of this weekend. What we still need, though, we do have a call out currently for presenters. We are looking for presenters for our Protocol and Power Exchange weekend. There is an application that has been posted on FetLife. It is also posted on the Eventbrite ticket link site. So if you have any specialties when it comes to etiquette, protocol, power exchange, dynamics, if you have ever taught classes in this and are interested in coming to teach for KinkEd Atlanta, we have opened up an application looking for presenters and educators for this particular event. If you're not an educator yourself, but you know someone who might be, feel free to throw them under the bus, send them my information, and ask them if they are willing to fill out an application and come teach for us. We do treat our presenters very well. I make it a point to make sure that their time is worthwhile. So be sure to let your friends know. The cost for the weekend intensive will include, it is a little high, but we are looking at doing buy one day, get the second day half off, or some other kind of incentive to encourage people to come to both days. You are not required to come to both days. You absolutely can pick one day or the other. And this weekend intensive is open to solo individuals or couples or polycules, anyone who is interested in power exchange dynamics and would like to know more about etiquette and protocol. It is all inclusive and will include snacks and beverages. It includes lunch each day, and it will also include some of our fun activities. We'll do a night on Saturday night. We intend to do a wine and beverage service, so we'll do a little service cocktail hour, and then on Sunday we will be doing an afternoon formal tea service. So your cost for these tickets is all inclusive, and it will include all of your food and beverage as well as all of your education both days. If you're interested in attending, you can find the tickets on Eventbrite. Make sure to register for both days. There are 2 separate tickets for each day of the weekend intensive. And again, those dates are July 27th and 28th at the Atlanta Therapeutic Collective. That is an all-day event, both Saturday and Sunday, from 10 to approximately 6 p.m. each day. On August 3rd, that is the first available Bedroom Bondage Rope 101 class. And as of the filming of this, there are only 3 tickets left. So we have room for 3 more couples in the class in August. That is how quickly these classes have been selling out. So if you are interested in the Bedroom Bondage Rope 101 class that is taught by me, Madam Jess, I do it bi-monthly, every other month. And the first available class is going to be on August 3rd. We do those at Atlanta Dungeon, and so your participation in these classes does include snacks, water, and an Atlanta Dungeon membership. I do try to keep these classes very small and intimate. I don't want too many people in class because the main focus of these classes, apart from the usual safety and rope technique, is the connection between couples. We do a lot of connection work and energy work in these classes. So I want to make sure that we keep the classes small. You do have to register in advance, and those tickets can be found on Eventbrite. The next available is August 3rd. Also on August 3rd, we are so excited to welcome another team of out-of-town presenters. You'll remember that back in April, we had Master Vari and Slave Neil, and they came to us from Augusta. Well, this time we've reached out a little bit further, and we have some friends from North Carolina joining us. We have Oz the Third and Love for Oz coming to teach us all about electrical play. So I met this couple at the Coastal Carolina Fetish Fair last fall, and I enjoyed one of their demos that they put on. I enjoyed how well spoken they were, how knowledgeable they were, and I also just really got a good vibe off of their energy. We've had a couple of conversations since then, and I have continued to get a really good vibe from them. So they will be focusing, of course, as always, on safety concerns and things that we should consider before engaging in electrical play. And they will also be discussing, so most of the classes I've seen lately have revolved around violet wands. That, of course, is electrical play, but we're going to go a little further. We're going to talk about TENS units and attachments that come along with TENS units, as well as other forms of electrical play. So I'm very excited for this class. I haven't seen a good TENS unit class probably in 10 years. And this is something that you guys really are not going to want to miss. So make sure that you are registering for class, again, in advance. These always sell out. metrostudiosEAV.com/classes. This is our August 3rd electrical play class. Now, there's one caveat to this class, is that the time has changed for August. Normally, our monthly classes are always from 4 to 6 p.m., but in August, due to some venue scheduling stuff, we have had to move that class back. So that class is going to be from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Please, please, please don't make that mistake and show up late and miss the first half of the class. That's one of the most important parts of class, as you guys all know. So make sure to mark that in your calendar if you're planning to come for August and you're one of our regulars. That class is 3 to 5, not 4 to 6. And again, you can sign up for that at the Metropolitan website, metrostudiosEAV.com/classes. All right, guys, I believe that will take us all the way through the summer. We do, of course, have so many more events and things in the works. You guys know I've been dropping hints about September, been dropping hints about October. There are lots and lots of things coming up in the near future, but that should get us through the summer. As always, you can find more information. Follow us at KinkEd Atlanta on all the socials. Visit the website, kinkedatlanta.com. I also share on my personal site. I am Madam Jess. You can follow me on socials at mymadamjess or visit my personal website, madamjess.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Keep up with us, and we have something new coming up all the time, so I can't wait to tell you more. Take care, guys. See you at something soon.